Good morning. Another gorgeous, beautiful day in Iowa. We got another rain this morning, which is just wonderful for our yards and for our gardens. Today, I'm going to be transplanting some plants. The best time of year is right now when the weather is still cool and especially after a rain, the ground is really soft and it's just a great transition for them to be established and not get stressed out. So I'm going to be pulling up some mums for my mom and kind of looking around my yard to see what I can use to put in my planters. I like to put some perennials, some things around my yard as fillers in my planters. It's just a great way to get free plants. And so I might be doing a little bit of that today and just enjoy these cooler temperatures because the heat will be here before we know it. And as you can hear in the background, Maggie is ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and get out there and get transplanting. So I went ahead and dug up some mums here. These are the ones for my mom. And I have mums all around these trees. All three of my trees and throughout my landscaping here and all around my rain garden. And so here's an example of a mum and how they kind of grow like a ground covering. Their roots kind of grow out this way like a ground covering, and you literally only need this much of a mum, like at the garden center. If you were to buy mums right now, which right now is a great time to actually plant mums rather than in the fall, especially if you want them to last over winter, you only need like that much, and that will be a big ball by the end of the summer. And so they're super hardy, they're super drought tolerant, and they kind of remind me of a boxwood in your landscaping. And so I really don't mind the look of them in summer, and they bring some good winter interest, just green interest into the landscaping. So I went ahead and dug those up. The other thing that I did, trying to hold my camera steady, is over on this fence line. I've worked on this fence line once before, cutting the grass line. I still need to cut a grass line, which right now would be absolutely perfect and cut like butter. But I transplanted some mums kind of on each fence post. And so this will be a good little showing this fall. During April, I really like to think about fall. And in the fall, I like to think about April and May. That's kind of how I roll. Now I'm going to kind of look around and see what else needs to be transplanted. Okay, so for today, I think I'm going to focus on just this box to see what I need to transplant. In a previous video, I put this galvanized liner in, and I went ahead and transplanted. This is called Malvia, and it's a perennial that I grew from seed a while back, and it grows super, super tall. So it will go hopefully really high in the background here. This is an arborvitae that I'm trying to do a topiary. Oh my goodness, that is a word I struggle with, sorry. I'm gonna see if I can do something with that. But I think I'm just gonna try and find some filler things around my yard for around the edges and stuff. Okay, so I went around and just dug up a few plants. This is lamb's ear. It's kind of messy right now. I can't really get a video of me digging it up because I'm gonna muddy up my camera and everything. This is carnation, and where I had it, it just wasn't getting taken care of. It hasn't bloomed in a while, so I'm gonna try and fertilize it and just put it in a different place. I might put one of them in one of my planters. I do like this silvery blue in my planters. And then the other thing I love is chartreuse. This is creeping Jenny, and another succulent that I had in my rain garden. They don't look like much now, but once you get them established, they'll just take off. So that's all I've got for now. And I might just throw some of that stuff in my box. Here's some other things I've got going on. Here's my geraniums that I saved from last year that I need to put in pots, and I really feel like they could handle this cooler weather. I could probably do that sooner than later. I need to find spots for my cabbage. This cabbage gets way over a platter size. Humongous. I should have pictures from last year. I bought some flats. These Snapdragons were at Menards, 6 for $1.50, and I just really think I'm gonna go with kind of a pink purple color. These are dianthus, and I've already got those in the ground, and so I think with the silver, I don't know. I never know exactly what I'm doing. Sometimes I'll draw out my plants in the chartreuse. I'll draw out my plants sometimes in my garden journal, but this year I'm kind of winging it, and I'm definitely trying to do it inexpensively and use what I have. So yeah, I better stop now. There's other things I see. I'm like, oh, I need to transplant that, but I think I'm gonna stick with just a few things in that front window box. I gotta say, I feel like I am in England right now. It is just a drizzly, beautiful day. This is my kind of work day, honestly. It's kind of annoying because your gloves get all muddy. It's almost like you need to work in rubber gloves, like a strong pair of rubber gloves. I do use these Cool Job gloves, and they really are nice and they last. You don't want to, like, I don't know what, you don't want to do like hard work, like messing with a lot of stone and stuff that can really wear them down. But working in dirt, they keep your hands pretty clean, and they're good for pulling weeds and that kind of stuff. But gosh, it's just a perfect transplanting day. Okay, I got everything planted that I'm gonna plant today. It's still pretty chilly in Iowa, but the temps are pretty good. They're not getting below freezing or anything. There's always that chance in Iowa, but I kind of go against the rules sometimes. I got some dianthus at Menards for $1.50 for a 6-pack, and so I put those in, and then I put 3 of those in, and then I put some creeping Jenny from my yard and this sedum from my yard, some lamb's ear. Everything's kind of muddy. It's just definitely a muddy day today. This is some geraniums that I saved over winter. They should be white, so I put 4 of those in. That's a carnation. I just threw it in to see if it would be happier in a pot. We'll see how that does. This is a malvia, and it gets super, super, super tall. It's like a purple pink flower. I planted these from seed a long time ago, and they've spread pretty crazy along my fence. This is a Snapdragon, again Menards, $6 or 6 for $1.50. So overall in this box I have got less than $1. So I'm pretty happy with that. We'll see how it grows in just in a month or so.